4th or 5th grade. My birthday is January 1. This is New Year's Eve, having my first sleepover party, and Dad is chef.
Oh, how much fun.
It was great. It was great. And this is Tennessee again, and I'm duck hunting with my dad. The hunting fishing tradition lives on, and I think I've just got my Rough Rider BB gun in that picture, but I did get a 410 shotgun for my following birthday.
Did you have a Tennessee walking horse?
I always wanted one. They never let me have one. I got the 410 shotgun instead of the...
Much better for you.
I don't know. Doing a little growing up here. We're back in California in Santa Monica Canyon. I am modeling my prom dress that I made in my clothing and textile class at Pali High. And I loved that class so much that I went to UCSB to be a fashion designer, but they closed the department. So that was kind of the finish of my fashion career. I did graduate from Pali High.
Yay!
First class, yay.
Nice job.
Go on.
Did you design that blue graduation gown?
No, I rented that from the cap and gown shop. No designing there. Moving on to UC Santa Barbara, I pledged Delta Gamma, and this is my great pledge class, and I still hook up with these guys every year at Christmas time. And immediately after college, this is the wedding invitation to my marriage with Jared's father, Todd Bledsoe. And here's Todd.
And Todd is a baby next to him. Is that what that is?
Sure looks like him, doesn't it?
It looks like him. Is that Jared?
That's Jared.
I'll be darned. Looks just like Todd.
Jared comes along a year later. They do look very, very much alike. Okay, moving right along. Jared grows up a little, and we're living at this time in Santa Barbara, and that is Jared, Pat, and Mike, and a neighbor friend, and everyone is dressed as an Indian. I'm sure it was a party of some kind.
Must have been Thanksgiving.
Really? Oh,
Thanksgiving.
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 Wasn't a daily ritual.
Oh, they didn't do it all the time. But there they are. And this is one of our...
Oh, it's a horse's butt.
It's a horse's
Is that a
butt.
horse's butt? Yes.
Two horses' butts. And a little boy on there, that's Jared. And it was one of our cross-country trips that we did like Mom and Dad. Jared grows up a little more. This is at his grandparents' house in Aromas, California.
Great-grandparents.
Great-grandparents' home, thank you. And you are doing the cots there. Every year you would go up for the harvest of the apricots. And it was a big deal because Grandpa Clawman sold to Sunkist. So Jared is right there helping out. We had a little mother-son portrait. And in our little busy, crazy lives, we stopped out for enough time for that. This is one of my favorites. This is Pat and Jared playing soccer together.
Pat's on the Ferraris. I am on the Mazdas.
Who won?
The Ferraris.
That's a great picture.
Where is that picture in
Santa Barbara.
Santa
Santa
Barbara?
Barbara High School.
But you guys weren't in high school.
No.
You look a little young.
No, we're a little young.
This picture is, do you remember this?
Vashon.
Vashon Island. And
Vashon.
where we would go often it's right off the coast of Seattle here in Puget Sound. We would go over there for summers, and it was big, big fun. There's handsome Jared. School, I'm going to say in Seattle.
Let's say 4th grade, Rancho Bernardo, California.
Wow, Bernardo.
We got around. Yeah. Back up to, this is Snoqualmie Pass.
No, that's Christmas at Incline.
Thank you.
I disagree.
That's
No.
Dad at Incline. I know that.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. It's Dad at Incline and we're tubing.
exactly.
Okay, all right.
Always tubed at Incline.
Okay, this picture,
Uncle Gary.
Uncle Gary and husband number 2 attending your wedding number 2.
In Chicago, number 2.
In Chicago, there's Edna, and apparently I smoked at that time.
Well, you're almost perfect.
Long way from the angel. There's Jared graduating from high school.
Yay!
Yes.
Friday Harbor High.
Friday Harbor High School.
Big milestone. Whew.
Hey, guys.
Made it through that one.
Okay, we're
Coming back
coming back to the famous Rogue River.
Oh, Tootin'.
To Tootin', a fishing trip with my brother. And I can't remember our catch on that one, but we're smiling, so it must have been good. And this is the trip to Coos Bay with Michelle and Jim and Granny's 90th.
90th birthday for Edna Reese Davis MacArthur.
This is a summer trip. We used to take these boat trips in the San Juan Islands with all the boys. And here we're stopped at Roach Harbor with Max and Pete on one of them. And Jared's guiding us around the islands. And they were great summer trips. Speaking of trips, this is one of my favorites. This is a PV trip, and we've got Jared and Pete and Mike and Max and Jamie.
And Pat.
And Pat, too?
Pat, too. It was that was a great mahi-mahi trip. Max and Jared at Mike's wedding.
In Napa Valley.
In Napa Valley. And Kim.
Kim got married to Mike in Napa Valley.
Wow.
And they've only had one marriage, which is fabulous.
And they've had 2 children, but only 1 marriage.
We love it. On a trip up to Seattle, Mike came by, and there are the 3 of us.
We're looking really winter white there.
Yeah,
Yes.
typical Seattle. Here's another party. I get the 2 Ps. And I want to say this is in Seattle again.
I doubt Pete and Pat would be in Seattle at the same time. Maybe so.
That could very well be in,
That could be someone's graduation from college, maybe?
Could be.
you know, it could be Caesars in Vegas, too. It could be a lot of different.
Jim and Michelle's. One of my favorite things is to cook there. And there I am cooking, and that's in the old kitchen.
Honey, you had a picture right there in the middle. The treehouse picture.
We did that.
Vashon?
Oh, is that Vashon?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Should I skip over that?
Oh, it's a beautiful picture.
Okay, continuing on here, this is a trip to Coos Bay. My brother and I are shopping for very important things like shells. Here's a picture with one of my buddies. This is Seattle, right below my house. It snows in Seattle.
Is it with Thelma?
Monty,
Close. It's my
Monty.
friend Monty Kaysberg
on the Burt Gilman Trail.
on the Burt Gilman Trail. Thank you, Jared.
It goes all the way to Redmond.
Yep, and beyond. Dropping down here, this is, we had a great trip to Italy. Stayed in a villa with Jim and Michelle and some other friends of ours, and that is Jim and Sally in Florence. And two pictures down here. This one is Max. With Max, we had a great lunch at, this picture is with
that
Max
Gladstone's?
at Gladstone's for Fish, as is this with Michelle. And we had a great lunch at Gladstone's.
Forget it.
This picture is in Paris, as you can tell.
It's all the... There's Gret.
This picture is in Paris. There's Notre Dame, and that's my dear, dear friend Gretchen Mathers that became one of our great family friends. And I did work. In fact, chefing is my career. And here I am out in the farms. That's one of my things, as I love farm